trading started off by looking at the 4-hour chart down here, and I drew in a green line that I saw happening, and there's also another green line here, trend line, showing these points right through here, which is awesome. It did break through that, so that is now obsolete. So because of that big drop, I do think there's probably going to be somewhat of a recovery, but we shall see. All right, the 5-minute chart's on the main screen here. I do think if it does drop, if it does go up, it's going to probably drop down here first. And I put an alert in kind of near that point so that I wouldn't miss out. And if it drops down to there and then bounces up, then I want to get into a long. And we can see that on the, let's see, what is this? The smaller chart. I think this is the 1,000-tick chart. But the green line actually doesn't interact with the price action quite the same way on the tick charts as it does for the time charts, which I thought was kind of interesting. All right, and we can also see that going on right here. On the 5-minute chart, it doesn't interact quite the same way. Alrighty. Okay, and this is the 2,000-tick chart again. What's interesting to me here is that it looks kind of like we were in a consolidation period here, and there's definitely a support here. And later on, I actually extended that yellow line off to the left, and that was the lowest point that it made, but you can't see that until you're on the 4-hour chart. So this is 1 minute after the opening bell, and you can see that it went up here, but now it's starting to drop. And I'm getting a little bit concerned that we are not going up. It kind of broke through actually the green trend line here, which is reason number one that I think it's probably not going up. And also the MACDs are kind of playing that out as well on the longer term charts, the 30 and 1-hour charts. And also you can begin to see, it's going up, but it's tipping over as well. So I'm concerned that it's actually not going up, and I think I'm changing my mind about the direction it's going for the day. All right, at this point, I decided that I wanted to get into a short, definitely dropping, and it will most likely drop down to this yellow line, which is a great trade for me. So I got into a short, and I placed my exit order first down here. And then I went back and tried to figure out where would I put my stop. And I put it pretty tight. I decided, I think this is like the 2,000-tick chart again. But that SMA right up here, if it went above that, that would be as much loss as I would be willing to sustain. I think it was a few $100. So then, very quickly, it dropped down and filled my limit order. So I was pretty tickled about that. So that made me $297.70 when you take out the commissions. So that was pretty awesome. All right, so now I'm considering another short. It did break through that yellow support right through there. And it wasn't by much, just a little tiny bit, but it was enough that kind of reinforced the idea that we're dropping. And we're still seeing the MACDs show that as well. It's losing momentum. So got into a short here. You can see my entry order here, and it just started forming a red candle there. Okay, the first thing I did was put my stop in place, and again I put it right above that SMA, and I can't see the price that it's at there, but it's not a huge loss. It's maybe 100 or 2 that I'm putting at risk here. And then the next thing I did was I put my exit order in kind of where I thought it would probably be dropping. And here's the 4-hour chart I was telling you about. You can see that red line here that we see right through here. That's the lowest that it was before this previous low. And this is the drop that matches up with the yellow line, which I will show right there. All right, so now we can see that it has broken through that low, and it's probably heading down to that low right there. I did put in a stop and kind of lowered it, followed it down as the price dropped. And I did get stopped out, but I did make around 200-ish on that trade as well. So I think that was a good cautious move. I think, that worked out just like I should have made the trade. So that was good. All right. So I decided to do one more short here. And let's see. I really did think it was going to get down to that red line. So I got into a short here, and then I went out and placed my exit order here at that red line or just above it, a number of ticks. I would be really happy with the trade if it dropped all the way down to there. That would be a huge trade. So having it just short of that, I think would be a safe way to go. And when it dropped down a little bit more, I put my stop in really tight just because I was getting a little bit nervous. I don't know. I guess I feel like I've made a lot of money today, so I just didn't necessarily feel like I should wait that entire move. So I got out, made a little over $100 on that last trade. I made about 7% profit this morning, and it worked out to be about $673 in profit. And you can see the 3 trades that I made. It was just 1 commission of each of those. So we kept our commissions to a minimum, and each trade was a good trade, and I was very happy with today's trading. So thanks for joining me.